Another guy that everybody wants to talk about, and I know that you were excited to talk about, Aidan Miller.
Yes.
The Phillies, I think, look at him as a guy who's going to contribute at some point in 26. May not make the team right out of spring training, but at some point going to be part of this team. What has impressed you about his rise? Because they first of all, the one thing I know that they didn't think that he had was the speed on the bases, right? And the guy can run the bases and steal bags. But what has really impressed you? There was also a concern, I guess, could he be a shortstop? And then he's played that position really well in the minors too, right?
I watched him play in Single A early in his professional career, and I might have caught him in a bad game. And that's why you don't, even a series, you can't really judge too much defensively on a single series, especially for infielders. And that's why I love the video aspect where I can just go through all of the reps and everything. But I remember coming away from that saying, ooh, good thing he's got crazy bat speed because he's probably shifting over to third. And I just kept checking in, he's a little bit better. I keep checking in, he's a little bit better. And the same thing that I think the component of the base stealing and the base running, I think his just footwork in general was just night and day. And now he's more explosive, he's twitchier, he's moving really, really quickly, whereas he looked like a guy that could go a little bit the opposite direction, be a little bit bulkier and be that third baseman, which would have been fine too because he's got the offensive game to do it. But the defense is what really pushed me up. Of course, hitting 400 against fastballs in the second half of the season is going to help. And having the finish that he had. The swing decisions are great. He does have some whiff against secondaries, and that's something to work around. But when you have great swing decisions, you hammer fastballs, and he destroys fastballs. And now you not only look like you can stick it short. I mean, I've talked to some scouts who put they think it's a 60 grade glove there now. Even if it's just above average, then you have the base stealing. The sum of his parts now is so valuable. And I think that's the part that's really exciting because I still don't think he's a finished product. And you still see how he's getting better and better and better. So I think the defense at shortstop is what really got me going because I'm like, okay, you now look like a really well-rounded shortstop. And crushing fastballs, you don't chase, you're going to have a pretty good chance of at least being, a solid big leaguer. My question to you guys now is, I keep looking at how does he fit in because I think he's going to force their hand at some point this year. Is it third base? Is it second base?
I was going to ask you, I think probably in the short term it probably is third base or second base. Do you think he is capable of playing left field?
Who?
There's so few right-handed hitting outfielders in baseball right now.
He's got a good arm,
yeah.
And I think the ABs, that's the most important part, right? You're getting a bat here that can hit you 20 plus, and maybe more than that as he blossoms. He's got the speed. I wouldn't rule it out with the twitchiness and athleticism that he brought to the table. But I was curious because, Bohm's expensive, right?
Yeah.
So I look at him too. He ranges to his left so well. So I could see third base being a position where he really does ease in very well and covers that hole there. And now the left side of the infield's moving pretty well. The backhand side is still a little bit less natural, so that's why I could see him playing third. But I mean, you put him in left field as an athlete, I think he's gonna survive.
Well, it's interesting also because Todd Zalecki from MLB.com asked Dave Dombrowski the other day. Said, "You're not thinking about asking Trey to go to the outfield?" And he goes, "Not yet.
Ooh,
not at this time."
Yeah.
So I think down the line, that could be a consideration, in which case that opens up shortstop for Aidan Miller.
Which you would never do unless Miller looked like a fantastic defender, or at least a good defender, because all of a sudden, Trey had a great defensive season out of nowhere.
Blew us away.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, which is a credit to him.
Yeah.
But, you also, a lot of years on that contract, you want it to age well, and I imagine, no matter what, he's going to slow down defensively, right?
Yeah, he could play second, too, and that also opens up short for Aidan Miller.
I think where Miller has gotten, and that was a really fun defensive tape to go through, he's gotten really smooth, he's really comfortable, he slides to his left, pops up, there's some really natural actions all of a sudden, and to me, he just seems like a sponge, and he's just going to continue to get better and better and better, and that's why I'm excited about him just being in that big league clubhouse, because he's going to be one of the only kids there, right? Yeah. And I think it's going to bode really well for him being around those players.